Now we'll take a look at adjectives, adjetivos, at the bottom of 75. We'll go over to 76 and 77 here. 75 just tells us about forms of adjectives. Los adjetivos, they have different forms, just like nouns do. Nouns have masculine and feminine forms, and plural and singular. And in Spanish, the way it works is the adjectives have to match the nouns. If the noun is masculine, singular, the adjective has to be masculine, singular. If the noun is feminine, singular, the adjective has to be feminine, singular, if it can be. We're going to find out some adjectives just have one form, just as some nouns only have one form, they really don't go gender. But if the noun is singular, then the adjective has to be singular. If the noun is plural, the adjective has to be plural. So the first part there just gives us some examples of el muchacho cubano. You know that el muchacho is the boy. If he's a boy from Cuba, if he's a Cuban boy, el muchacho cubano. If it's a girl, it's la muchacha. And if she's Cuban, then we have to change cubano to cubana to make it match. So all the way through, you've got a few examples there. On page 76 at the top, they tell you that adjectives ending in E or in a consonant have the same form for the masculine and the feminine. Here are some of those. If you have a girl or a boy that's intelligent, the word intelligent is inteligente. It ends in an E. So it doesn't change according to gender. It's going to be inteligente no matter who it is. Feliz, that's a word for happy, ends in a consonant, so you can't change that either. It doesn't change masculine or feminine. El esposo feliz, la esposa feliz. The husband, the happy wife. El libro fácil, la clase fácil. Fácil is the word for easy, and that's the same for masculine or feminine noun. You will, however, change those to plural, as we're going to see down below. After that, you've got adjectives of nationality that end in a consonant, add an A in the feminine. For example, español is the word for Spanish. It's the word for its Spanish language, and it's also the word for a male Spaniard. Okay, not somebody from some other Hispanic country, but from somebody from Spain. A male who is from Spain would be español. So a female would be española. Inglés, that would be a guy from England. That's inglés. A girl from England would be inglesa. What else do we have? French, if you're from France and you're a guy, you're francés. If you're a female, you're francesa. And what else do we have? Español, francés, inglés. Portugués as well. If you're a male from Portugal, you're Portugués. If you're a female, Portuguesa, and so on. And then adjectives that end in or, an, on, and in add an A in the feminine. So we got el alumno trabajador. Trabajador means hardworking. You can see how it comes from the verb trabajar, to work. So trabajador is a male who is hardworking. Trabajadora, female who is hardworking. To form the plural, adjectives follow the same rules as the nouns. Okay, in other words, we did that before. You add an S to a vowel, to a word that ends in a vowel, and you add an ES to a word that ends in a consonant. And that makes them plural. We've got norteamericana, turns to norteamericanas. Español ends in a consonant, add ES to it, and you get españoles. So if you have two boys who are Spanish, they would be los chicos españoles. If you had two girls who were Spanish, las chicas españolas. Feliz, that ends in a Z, just like lápiz and luz, I think we've had so far. Luz for light and lápiz for pencil. When you make them plural, the Z turns into the letter C, because it can. The C always comes in to take the place of Z whenever possible. So you get feliz, felices. Position of adjectives. Here's the problem for Americans. For us as English speakers, we get used to putting the adjectives in front of the noun. For example, you watch the Newlywed Game or any game where they're trying to build up suspense in the crowd about what prize is hiding behind door number 3, and they'll say things like, you will be the winners of a brand new, super exciting, marvelous, fantastic, out of this world. And it gets the whole audience on the edge of their seats, wondering what's going to be behind that door. Then they'll open it up and say, car, new car, something like that. In Spanish, you can't do that because the noun has to come first. So they would say, you will be the winner of a car, brand new, super exciting, fantastic, fabulous. And people are happy, but the suspense buildup isn't there, because in Spanish, with descriptive adjectives, you put the noun first, and the descriptive adjectives comes after it. In other words, words that describe the nouns, tell about their characteristics, they tend to come after the nouns. And you see the examples, un muchacho alto, we say a tall boy, they say a boy tall. Una muchacha alta, we say a tall girl, they say a girl tall. Oh, I jumped down to agreement, sorry about that. In letter B, with position of adjectives, we got Miguel es un chico inteligente. We say Miguel is an intelligent boy. They say Miguel is a boy intelligent. Necesito dos plumas rojas. I need 2 red pens. They say I need 2 pens red. And so on and so on. You can read the rest of those on your own as well. Let's practice 77. Under the practica, letter A. Well, the pictures at the top, we've got Cheyenne at the top, and they call him El Famoso Cantante, the famous singer. That one happens to be in the same order that we do it. This is Es un hombre muy guapo. He's a man very handsome. We would say he's a very handsome man. Es un hombre muy guapo. And then we've got Jennifer Lopez there, La Famosa Cantante, the famous singer, y actriz de ascendencia puertorriqueña, Puerto Rican descendancy, ancestry. Jennifer Lopez es una mujer muy guapa. Mujer muy guapa. Woman very good looking. Switched around in English, good looking woman. Practical letter A. You're acquainted with these famous people. With a partner, take turns matching them with their nationalities. Be sure to make any necessary changes to the adjectives. You got Mexicano, Español, Norteamericano, Cubano, Dominicano, Inglés, Colombiano, and Francés. Número 1. Margaret Thatcher, Tony Blair, they're from England. So the answer is son ingleses. They are English. We're using the verb ser here as well. We're going to say they are, or he is, or she is. So this one, son ingleses. Número 2. Shakira es colombiana. She is Colombian. 3. El presidente Felipe Calderón es mexicano. He is Mexican. 4. Gloria Estefan y Celia Cruz. They're both from Cuba, so the answer son cubanas. They're both female, so the AS on the end. 5. Julio y Enrique Iglesias. Julio Iglesias was a singer, then his son Enrique became a singer. They're both from Spain, so son españoles. Número 6. Hilary Swank. She's from here. Es norteamericana. Jean-Paul Sartre y Albert Camus. They are from France, so son franceses. They're both male, so franceses, you get the masculine form of that. And Sammy Sosa, he's from the Dominican Republic, so es dominicano. B, with a partner, take turns asking and answering the following questions, and your answers contradict what is stated. So we're going to say somebody is something, you're going to say no, it's the other thing, the person is the other thing. Number 1, el novio de Adriana es rubio. So you'd say no. The boyfriend of Adriana, is he blonde? You'd say no, es moreno. I guess you could do pelirrojo there too. I don't know if being moreno is the opposite of being blonde. Either way would work, I suppose. No, es moreno. No, comma, he's brunette or dark-haired. Número 2, las mujeres son gordas. Are the women fat? No, son, what do we have here in this chapter? Delgadas? Okay. Son delgadas. Número 3, los muchachos son bajos. Are the boys short? No, son altos. 4, la novia de Roberto es pesimista. Is Robert's girlfriend a pessimist? No, comma, es optimista. She's optimist. She's an optimist. Número 5, la novia de Daniel es fea. Is Daniel's girlfriend ugly? No, comma, es guapa. She's good looking. Número 6, ¿tú eres optimista? Are you optimistic? Or are you an optimist? Or are you optimistic? No, comma, soy pesimista. Yeah, that's right. You got to go opposite with this thing. Número 7. El hermano de Olga es antipático. Is the brother of Olga not nice or mean? It's kind of weird because it's a negative already, antipático. You have to say, no, comma, es simpático. He's nice. And 8. Las chicas son morenas. Are the girls brunette? Or maybe we use brunette here because we're doing blonde. No, son, no, comma, son rubias. And letter C. Take turns describing the following people, places, or things. You can use as many descriptive adjectives as you want. So you've got Julia Roberts. You could say alta, bonita. Antonio Banderas, guapo, rico, famoso. Roseanne, cómica. Brad Pitt, guapo, I guess, fuerte. 5, tu mejor amigo. It's up to you. Describe your best friend. Número 6, las chicas de la clase, the girls of the class. Número 7, los chicos de la clase, the boys of the class. And número 8, Sandra Bullock. Okay, that's all up to you as far as which kind of descriptive adjectives you use.